Why did I see this film? I don't know. I do know. I saw another film, which I'll review later. You'll see the review for that film later. And see that film, and then I'm going, wow, I have the opportunity to see another film for free. And I'm like, well, there's Baywatch. And while everyone else hated the film, including my friend Mike OCP, I went, you know what? I liked The Rock. I don't mind Zac Efron. The trailers did nothing for me. But let me give it a chance because you know what? Make up your own mind. Like a recent film I reviewed called Kidnap with Halle Berry. That's a film a lot of people hated on YouTube and critics. But I really enjoy that film. I loved that movie. I thought Kidnap is still a very underrated film for this year. And that's the thing with a film, you have a gut feeling, whether it be a good or bad, or a piece of shit, or a cool flick. At the end of the day, make up your own mind, have your own free will. But man, this movie sucked assholes, and Baywatch, Butt Munch, Butt Wipe, Dickwad, Dickweed, Fuckwatch. When you look at comments and half of them call the movie Gay Watch, you have to wonder, I guess they weren't particular fans of the movie. Or Butt Watch, Butt Munch, Ass Watch, as in sit on my ass on a beach and watch asses go by, would be a better hour and 40 some minute running time than what the fuck I saw. Because no one asked for a Baywatch movie. It's a show I barely fucking remember. Like, I know the show. I've seen clips of the show because I like the theme song. Somebody. I like the song. I like David Hasselhoff, Pamela Anderson, but that was one of the shows I didn't grow up with because I'm like, if I want to see that, I'll just go watch Skinamax or porn instead. I'm like, fuck this. I'll watch Skinamax. We're doing porn. But Baywatch, I didn't watch much. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe it'd be better if they fucking did Baywatch Nights. Maybe that would have been a better fucking movie to make. Because at least Baywatch Nights, if no one remembers what the hell that show is, that's the one where David Hasselhoff went with a buddy and they became like detectives. And then by the second season, they were influenced by the X-Files. And him and David Hasselhoff was fighting monsters and the paranormal. I shit you not. Baywatch Nights, I think by the second season they went to the X-Files route, and that would have been more interesting of a movie than what the fuck I saw. Because I've seen The Rock in comedies that I enjoy. Race to Witch Mountain, Central Intelligence. That's a film I actually enjoyed. I was surprised by Central Intelligence. And obviously this film is trying to ape 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street. I am a fan of those two movies. I think those two were clever. They were funny. I did not grow up with the show, so I honestly have not seen a full episode of the show. So I don't have any love or hate for the show. I just don't know much about it other than Johnny Depp and it takes place in a school. So I don't have that to put into my opinion of those movies. It's just 21, 22 Jump Street. I thought they were very clever, funny. I thought they were better written. I thought the two actors, Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, actually had chemistry with each other. And it was R rated, but it actually made me laugh. This movie, on the other hand, there's not one single moment I laughed at. Not a single moment. So dull watch. Maybe that's what it should be called. Dull watch. Bore watch. Fucking just take a look at your fucking watch if you have one. Maybe get more fun and shits and giggles for that. Because, okay, it's directed by Seth Gordon, and I should have known because that director doesn't do much for me. He did Horrible Bosses, which I know a lot of people like Horrible Bosses. I don't. I never liked Horrible Bosses. I always thought Horrible Bosses was it didn't do anything for me. I mean that's with I don't know. Just I've seen Horrible Bosses. It did nothing for me. That's why I didn't bother with the sequel. So I'm one of those guys. And then Identity Thief was like an okay time waster. Melissa McCarthy, Jason Bateman, but it's not like I loved Identity Thief. I thought it was okay, all right. But hell, there's other Melissa McCarthy films I liked more. Spy, The Heat, although it's great compared to Ghostbusters 2016. But I mean, Seth Gordon, he made a movie I didn't like, and then he made another movie I thought was just okay. So they get this guy to do Baywatch, which again, no one was asking for a Baywatch movie. No one thought a Baywatch movie would be great, but they just want the success of 21 and 22 Jump Street, and they thought, well, The Rock, he's successful he was in the G.I. Joe sequel and the Fast and Furious movies. San Andreas was a hit. Hercules, I don't know. I didn't watch it. But The Rock, I liked The Rock. I liked Dwayne Johnson. But he's getting to the point I'm getting fucking tired of seeing him because a lot of his track record kind of sucks. I liked The Rundown. I liked Central Intelligence. I didn't mind Walking Tall. I'm one of the only people on Earth that liked Doom because it was cool to see him as a bad guy. And I like that movie. Carl Urban. I like the Stan Winston effects. I like the score. It just needed more action. That was the problem with Doom for me. But for what it was, I enjoyed it. It's not the perfect Doom movie that could still be made. I know I'm going on a tangent. Fuck, I would rather. I mean, even though I'm actually a guy that liked Doom, do a reboot of Doom. That would have been much more of a better usage of money, and make Doom in the vein of Hardcore Henry. If you've seen Hardcore Henry, you know what I'm talking about. Make it in the vein of that. A much better usage of a budget than a Baywatch movie. In the vein of 21, 22 Jump Street, but it doesn't have the cleverness. It doesn't have a good script. David Hasselhoff and Pamela Anderson are in it with pointless cameos. David Hasselhoff is in one scene, and it's just like a little pep talk he has in a phone store with The Rock. Pamela Anderson appears at the end with no dialogue. Just she takes off her glasses, she's in super slow-mo, that's it. I'm like, what a waste, especially when you look at the opening credits. It's like, with Pamela Anderson and David Hasselhoff together, they're in it for about 1 minute. And that's pushing it to the limit. The problem with the film, it's not funny. Like I said, I didn't laugh one fucking time in the movie. It's like it thinks it wants to be realistic with this cop whose only joke is, "You guys aren't you're not police, you're lifeguards. You're not police, you're lifeguards. Hey, dude, you're not police. Don't do this. You're lifeguards." I'm like, I got it the first time. Not you don't have to do this skit 4 or 5 times throughout the damn flick. The Rock and Zac Efron, like Zac Efron, I don't mind Zac Efron. I liked him in Neighbors. That was a film I liked, Neighbors. You know, there have been comedies I enjoy. Like I said, Central Intelligence, The Hangover, the first Neighbors. The second one was disappointing. I saw that a while ago. That unfortunately was disappointing. I liked the first one more. Spy I liked. But this, it was bland. It was boring. It was lazy. You could tell the director did not know. He's never shot action. Identity Thief. I think there was action, but for the fuck of life of me, I can't remember a damn action scene. I think Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy had a fight with each other, like a struggle. But fuck, I can barely remember that. The horrible boss. I mean, he's never shot any action films, so he handles these action scenes like a rookie. Well, you have one scene that's in super slow mo, which they run that joke into the fucking ground to the point it's buried not 9 feet, not 10 feet, buried 50 feet down below, and the joke suffocated. And that scene has horrible CGI that I've seen better in trailers to Sharknado films, especially when you have this fire on this yacht, and you know how during these fire scenes sometimes they have little stuff, burning stuff in the air, like little pieces of paper. I've seen fucking YouTube videos in which those effects will look better. And this is a big budget movie. Totally on a green screen. Like, you seriously trying to have a fucking real yacht on fire? For fuck's sake? I don't remember much of the Baywatch TV show, but I'm pretty damn sure they probably did shit like that on the fucking TV show. I've seen other TV shows do that. What other action scenes? You have this little nothing fight when The Rock is chasing a guy and he chases him into this kid's room in this house, and The Rock squirts baby like bottled milk in the guy's face and powder in the guy's face. I think like a can with dirty diapers in it. Throws his ass in the pool and says he's like a pool shithead or wet shithead. I don't know what the fuck Joker was. Shows how memorable it was. The finale where Zac Efron gets trapped, ready to be drowned. The Rock saves him, and for some reason, I don't know why, Zac Efron, I guess he's out of it and imagines it's a woman giving him the breath of life, and it's really The Rock, because that's a joke. Get it? Because this is a guy kissing him. And then the bad guy, who's a woman, get the actress's name, some other people who worked with The Rock and Zac Efron, they're shooting all this pyro, and The Rock does this stupid fucking speech that literally one of the lines is, "Scratch my back with a whale's dick." Like he's pumping up, "I piss salt water and I scratch fucking seashells up my ass and I put fucking urchins up my dick." He doesn't say that, but he might as well. But I swear to God, he does say he pisses salt water or seawater, and he scratch my back with a whale's dick. I did not ever need to hear The Rock say, "Scratch my back with a whale's dick." And that fucking... Scratch my back with a whale's dick. This movie can suck my dick. And if it scratch... Yeah, I did feel like my dick got scratched while watching it. So this film doesn't even suck dick right. Fucking uses teeth and all to take out the skin. Because I want to skin this movie. Like, it's fucking... It's not even one of the worst fucking movies I've seen this year. It's just... What a waste of money. And like The Rock, it's like, man, choose better fucking projects. Not fucking Snitch. Which the fucking makers of the film should snitch. Oh yeah, man, this movie sucks. Snitch to the audience to save them fucking money. Faster. More like going slower. Go even slower, go back in fucking time. Hercules, I haven't seen it. I've seen trailers and I've seen clips, and there's my ratch and I burped. And San Andreas, I'd rather fall into the fucking San Andreas than watch that movie again. I'm like, wow, that's a segment from 2012, Roland Emmerich. Oh, they made an entire movie. Whoop-de-fuck-de-do. Now he's doing Rampage. Yeah, that's going to be so fucking great, Rampage. It's 2012, the same fucking movie, only here's some fucking creatures in there. Which, what the fuck is The Rock gonna do? He's gonna punch them? He's gonna fucking kick them? What's he gonna do? But hey, I hope to be surprised. I would love to be surprised. Being surprised is the best thing. Like, I wish I was surprised with this movie. Like I was with Kidnap. Everyone's saying this is a shitty movie. I saw Kidnap with Halle Berry. Wow, I think that's really good. This one, wow, like everyone says, it really does fucking suck. The fucking ending after he says, scratch my back with a whale's dick, he takes his Roman candle, which is like a big fucking firework thing, shoots it and blows up the bad woman. And I say blow up because you see a bunch of like fireworks, and then it cuts away, and then Zac Efron, a couple pieces like a foot falls on him. And The Rock and Zac Efron, they don't have chemistry with each other. They have piss poor chemistry. The lines of dialogue by... These are the two guys who wrote Freddy vs. Jason and the Friday the 13th reboot. Why are you getting these guys to write your Baywatch movie? Because even those movies had not the best of humor when they had humor. Yeah, this is a movie that no one wanted. That's why the film bombed. I know The Rock got pissed at critics saying, these are made for fans. They like it. I'm like, no, Rock. No one likes the film. We made it to please the fans. I'm like, well, then it's false advertising, Rock. Does it please nobody? Because I haven't met one fucking person who liked it. If you like the film, teach their own. But so far, I haven't met one damn person who likes it for good reason. Because the movie, it's not clever. It does the obvious slow-mo jokes. Obvious, ooh, boobies, cleavage jokes. It thinks, oh, we have an R rating, so out of the blue, let's say dick and fuck and fuck and dick. And I'm like, don't they realize there's an art form to cursing? Like, you watch a Richard Pryor movie, like See No Evil, Hear No Evil, there's an art to the cursing. You curse an awful lot. You fucking ain't right. Something gets wrong, you fuck it. Someone bothers you, fuck him. Fuck it, fucker. Then fucking change. Or even you watch a stand-up. Sometimes I say in my videos, bullshit my dick. That's from a Richard Pryor Here and Now concert in New Orleans where a heckler gives him shit and says, bullshit. And Richard Pryor goes, bullshit my dick. And that's funny because Richard Pryor had timing, and if you don't want to curse, you gotta use it with timing. Here it's like a bunch of little kids who found out they could curse. Like, oh, why curse? Fuck! I said fuck, and The Rock said dick. When someone's making a sandcastle in his image, The Rock goes by and goes, yeah, make sure my dick's big. I got a big dick. I'm like, you getting to be a big dick if you don't watch yourself, because people are going to be tired of your ass. If you keep making shitty movies like this and fucking San Andreas. I like Central Intelligence, but G.I. Joe 2 I think sucked. Snitch sucked, and Faster sucked. The Rock is the guy. His name is Mitch, and everyone looks at him as a superhero. He has saved a lot of people. They're bringing people in to train them to be lifeguards. One is this schlubby fucking geek who is annoying as piss. I would fucking fill this bottle with piss and maybe give it to him so he can chug it, and then maybe make him shut up. John Bass, yeah, Bass, because he's dead as a fish in this movie, as Ronnie, the fat fuck, chubby nerd. See, you know he's a nerd because the first time you see him, he's a shove of a man or a kid, teen. He's a schlub with a t-shirt that has a video game on it. I think it was Donkey Kong. Could be wrong. But get it? He's the nerd because he's got a video game t-shirt. Yeah. And, oh my god, here's a hot girl, and he can't talk. acts like a fucking idiot around the hot girl. And this is shit that was done better in the 80s, man. If I want to watch a fucking movie, a comedy on a beach, I'll watch Weekend at Bernie's. Not tits ass. Well, this licks ass. You can lick my ass. Or my ball, since they like to have so many fucking ball jokes in it. Like that fucking geek. This woman, like, named CJ, which I think was Pamela Anderson's character on the Baywatch show. She, which in a way, it's like, I guess the show exists in this movie because, like, Pamela Anderson, her character is Casey Jean Parker, as in CJ as well. And then while The Rock is called Mitch, he meets up with, in one scene with David Hasselhoff, and his name is Mitch. And it's like, these guys, again, they don't want to know, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. They think, sometimes they want to be realistic, but then sometimes they want to be ironic, and it's like, pick one, movie. But yeah, this fucking geek is got a boner, and so he falls flat on this, like, lawn chair, and his dick has and balls have been through the fucking lawn chair, so he's stuck in the piece of wood. And you have a scene that feels like it goes on for 10 minutes. I mean, not technically, but it feels like it goes on for 10 fucking minutes of his dick and balls stuck in this damn chair. And it's like, oh, the woman's checking on it, then the Rock's checking on it, and then they have him stood up, and everyone's taking pictures of the kid, and then the Rock, like, pushes him down, and then, oh, it gets loose, and he crawls away. And every time this guy came on screen, I'm like, none of this should be in the movie. It's just him being awkward and not funny. He's seen it in the shower all naked, and then she comes in and surprises him. And she's never mean or rude to him, but he's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, yeah, next time, put some clothes on. We all wear, certain, at least boxers or something. What do you want to eat? Oh, I want to eat a salad, just a salad. Just every time this guy was on, I'm like, why is he in this movie? Why isn't he cut out? Zac Efron, he's in the film because he won these medals and he was a swimmer, but he's selfish. He one time puked during the Olympics, and they call him this nickname. So then, one thing led to another. He has to do this. I think he's like on parole or something. And he's cocky, he's an asshole, he thinks he's better than anyone, he's an arrogant prick. And even by the end of the film, I thought his character was unlikable. I didn't buy his change. Him and The Rock, I thought had no chemistry with each other. I thought even The Rock and Kevin Hart, I thought actually had chemistry with each other. And then I see the trailer Jumanji, and I want to take that back because it was a piece of shit. But I still like Central Intelligence, despite how shitty the Jumanji trailer. There's going to be another piece of shit with The Rock in it. That's why people tire of The Rock. That's why they don't want to see a Big Trouble in Little China remake. People don't really hate his ass, and they're going to root for Stone Cold Steve Austin to come up and give him a fucking stunner. Just like, what the hell was that pay-per-view? The fucking one where The Rock had the video camera, and Stone Cold did this, and The Rock goes, oh shit! And then Stone Cold does a stunner on him, right on the announcer's table, while The Rock had the video camera. I think it was like Backlash or something. It's like, people don't be ready for Stone Cold to give you the fucking stunner. Alright? Stop with these shitty movies, man. It's fucking sad. He hasn't done that many hardcore R-rated movies that he's cursing like a motherfucker, but he do it for a piece of shit film like this. I'm not saying he's never done it. I'm saying he rarely does that. He does these more. I'm guessing he thought this would be a big hit like 21, 22 Jump Street, but it wasn't. For good reason. And the rest of the film, the villain, her name, I guess she's like an Indian actress named Priyanka Chopra. She was there. It deals with, they're dealing with drugs, which sometimes The Rock finds on the beach. You have this training scene with the Rock and Zac Efron. The Rock beats Zac Efron. This point where these people are drowning, Zac Efron thinks he's doing good and drives a motorcycle, gets into the water, he fucks up. There's a scene where they go to this yacht where everything's on fire. Horrible, terrible CGI work. Was faker than hell. And it shows that the director doesn't know how to do action sequences to make them anywhere exciting or entertaining or unique or interesting. He makes them boring as hell. Seth Gordon doesn't know how to direct action scenes. Apparently doesn't know how to direct comedy either. What the hell else happened in this movie? Oh, you have the joke where Zac Efron staying with the Rock, and like this little doll of the Rock that's in this fish tank at times changes positions, which I think you see that either in the trailer or one of the clips on YouTube. So I already saw that. Now I'm trying to remember. Oh, you have the scene with the morgue that is like they're trying to be shocking because they think if they're going to be shocking, it's automatically funny when it's not. Where this person was found dead at that yacht and they're checking it over, and The Rock tells Zac Efron, lift up his balls, and you get to see the guy's dick. Great to see a dead guy's dick, and then, Zac Efron's lifting the balls and touching the taint, and The Rock's taking a picture, and made me think of fucking Bad Santa 2, or other bullshit. I think that wasn't in Bad Santa 2 where they did the thing where at the end Billy Bob Thornton like put his balls on, what was his fucking name, and then they took a picture and put it up online. That kind of shit doesn't make me laugh. I'm sorry. I guess it's just not my duty to laugh at ball booty. And then they hide in the morgue and the drawers, and Zac Efron gets there's someone above, and something is making their fat drip down onto his face and some get in his mouth, because if it's gross, it's funny. And then, I don't know, right out of the blue, I just thought of Dude, Where's My Car? A silly movie that I think is actually funny. I could just think of the drive-through with the person going, and then, no one then, and then, and no one then. See, right there, I just thought of a random movie, a silly, goofy comedy, that there's a moment that made me smile and laugh. This movie has none of that. If you love the film, name some scenes you enjoy. Name some actual scenes that you laughed at. What lines of dialogue made you laugh? Because I can't remember a fucking line of dialogue except ones I'm like, really? Scratch my back with a whale's dick. Really? And that's when there's other people in the morgue trying to hide some stuff. The Rock chases a guy. That's where you get the fight in the kids' room, and I told you that. Then The Rock and Zac Efron keeps telling The Rock, but we're just lifeguards. And The Rock going, well, we're more than lifeguards. They try to do one of those jokes where The Rock tells about all the adventures they've had, and they tell these things, which apparently are stuff that really happened on the show, plots. And lo and behold, there's a joke where Zac Efron goes, that sounds like a highly entertaining but silly TV show. Yeah, because that's so clever. I've never heard that joke before. That's so original, movie. It's so clever. It's absolutely fucking clever, man. Absolutely clever. And maybe if you had, actors that had chemistry, you had a good script, you had some actual fucking laughs in the middle, at the beginning, at the ending, somewhere in there, maybe. Some action scenes that worked. I mean, nothing really worked. Not even music-wise. You don't even have the song from the show. I wouldn't want them... If they did a new rendition of the show, of that theme song, I didn't notice, but they definitely didn't have the original song. I mean, I think that would have been cool, because at least it would have been something I liked. Because can't really think of anything. I mean, the supporting actors, like the woman, Kelly Rohrbach, who was the CJ that liked the schlubby guy. I don't know why she liked him. I'm like, I don't fucking buy that in this century. But she did fine acting. Alexandra Daddario as Summer, she did fine acting wise. John Bass was annoying as fuck, but maybe that was the script. I honestly blame the script more than him. Because the script just made him look typical deep. I see a hot woman, I'm brain dead. Even the woman who was the villain, she did alright. I mean, there was but really nothing. There's one stupid scene where The Rock and Zac Efron are in disguise. The Rock looks like a cook, and Zac Efron, for some reason, is wearing women's clothing. So yeah, that it goes there for his jokes. The Rock gets fired, and then The Rock like disappears for 10 minutes of the film, which doesn't help. Granted, The Rock wasn't really helping because he gave easily just a nothing performance. A really nothing performance from The Rock. And just The Rock trying to work at the cell phone place. Zac Efron decides to investigate into it. One thing leads to another. They go on this boat, and that's where Zac Efron's locked. He's drowning. The Rock saves him, and then The Rock saves him again. So Zac Efron doesn't really do jack shit at the end to redeem himself. He really doesn't do much of any. Like, what does he do to redeem himself? He's on the yacht, but then he gets his ass trapped, ready to drown. The Rock saves him. Then he gets his ass trapped by the female villain, and then The Rock has to save him again and blows her up. I'm Oceana, whatever the fuck he said. The asshole boss who fired The Rock, I'm guessing, yeah, he's probably with the bad guys, right? And I was right! He is with the bad guys. Like, wow. I, I caught that. Because he got bribed by the woman villain. I keep saying woman villain because I don't remember the fucking character's name. And then it ends with, oh, there's Pamela Anderson. It's their new captain. She has zero dialogue. And then the cat's doing a slow-mo. And Zac Efron trips in slow-mo and then catches up to them. And then the movie ends. I'm going to stop this. This is already 33 minutes long. It's a boring movie. It's a bland movie. It's a lame movie. It's an unfunny movie. The jokes are either obvious or unfunny. Zac Efron and The Rock have no chemistry with each other. There's not one piece of music I gave a shit about. The geeky, schlubby, nerdy new recruit was... I didn't need to see his dick trapped in a fucking lawn chair before I felt like 10 minutes. Or him singing in the shower naked. Hell, just to watch Central Intelligence where they did that type of thing better with The Rock. Where he was earlier, he was this type of character, but then and we see how he is later on in life. Like, Central Intelligence actually had some heart to it. As well as some, to me, genuine laughs and better action direction than this movie. I think Central Intelligence is a lot better movie. 21 and 22 Jump Street are much better movies. This is... It's Butt Munch. That's what it is. It's a fucking Butt Munch the movie. It's not Baywatch, it's Butt Munch. I can't even say, oh, I'm a big fan of the show. I barely remember the fucking show. Yeah. I don't know, repeat myself, but when I watched, I'm like, I didn't watch it. I watched Skinamax for that shit. I mean, but yeah. What more can I say about Butt Munch the movie? Fucking Baywatch, Dickwatch, Cockwatch, whatever. The jokes I'm making now are usually the same quality as the movie, but I guess I got fucking ripped off because I did that for free, and these people got paid for those kind of shitty jokes. So I did shitty jokes for free. They did shitty jokes that ripped you off if you saw the movie and paid for it. Hell, they still got paid for the shit. Can you give the money back for writing these shitty jokes? If they were ad libs, can you get the money back for that? Is that something that could be implemented in movies? That if people give you shitty ad libs or whatever, shitty comedy, can you get the money back? Can you get a refund? Studios? Then maybe you say, oh, well, you. Anyway. Yeah, they should have just done Baywatch Nights, the movie. You never know. But thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll come up with a review of the other movie I saw in a day or two. See you later.